Today is a special day because every day is a special day. Hi, my name is Daued and thank you for welcoming me into your homes today. I'm very happy to see you again and I hope you're happy to see me too. Before we start, I want you to say something with me and trust me, it's going to feel so good. Are you ready? Alright, here we go. It's a new, beautiful, peaceful and positive day today. So I'm going to forget about all my worries and I'm going to enjoy this day. I hope you're feeling better now. Today I would like to talk to you about Kalki's Tiger King, and it's going to be as interesting as it sounds. Yes, the title sounds very interesting. So once upon a time, there was a king. He lived in Pratibandhapuram. Okay, now the name of place Pratibandhapuram, it is quite interesting because if we look at it from the point of view of Hindi language, Pratibandhapuram, this word comes from the word Pratibandh. Pratibandh meaning Pavandi, meaning restriction. Okay, now this has to do something with the story, this has to do something with the literature that we are going to study in a very short while. Alright, so keep in mind that this king belongs to Pratibandhapuram. Okay, and when he was born, astrologers gathered together and they made a bold prediction. And since the author was being humorous, he says the astrologers made a prediction that one day the Tiger King would have to die. One day the Tiger King will die. Okay, and this happens right after this happens after the 10 days of this king was born, and after 10 days these astrologers are making this prediction that one day the Tiger King will have to die. He speaks and all those astrologers are quite surprised and amazed and they are speechless. What has he said? He says everyone has to die. What's so big deal? There's nothing big deal about it. Everybody has to die. Only if you can tell me in what manner will I die. Okay, he says everybody has to die, but tell me how will I die. Then the astrologers tell the Tiger King that since you are born in the hour of the bull, and since the bull and the tiger are enemies of one another, you will be killed by a tiger. You will be dead. A tiger will kill you. Since then, as he grows up, he has made up his mind that I will kill the tigers. He has received the training. He has received back in those days in India, all these kings, they used to be brought up by English nannies, and they watched English films and learned English and did and adopted most of the things from English culture, and also Indian culture was also a part of them, but they were also adopting most of the things from English culture. So he made up his mind that I'm going to kill all the tigers. With the passage of time, he grew stronger, and after he became the king, he had started hunting the tigers. And when he killed the first tiger, he felt so happy. Oh, can you imagine how he must have felt? You see, tiger is one of the most dangerous animals on the planet Earth. A tiger is very dangerous. It's a ferocious animal. So when he kills his first tiger, he sends it to the astrologer. You see, I've killed this tiger. What do you say now? What do you think? The astrologer says, Your Majesty, you may kill 99 such tigers, but the Tiger King gets angry. He says, But what? What do you mean, but? Speak without fear. Come on, do not hesitate. Tell me what? Then the astrologer says, you need to be very careful with the 100th one. He's trying to tell the king, he's trying to warn the king that you may kill 99 tigers, but the 100th tiger will kill you. The Tiger King is, I won't let this happen. This can never happen. And he started killing tigers everywhere, each and everywhere. And even though once he was about to get into a serious trouble because of this, In 10 years, he killed almost 70 tigers of his state. And one day, his state was visited by a high-rank British officer, and he was also fond of hunting. You see, hunting was very common back in those days because there were no video games, no PlayStation. So people used to do these things for real. Now you and I, we do these things, we play video games, duck hunt and other interesting video games. But those people, they used to do all these things for real because that was like an entertainment for them. So this British officer, he visited the Tiger King's state and he says, I want to kill the tiger. The Tiger King is offended. No, I can't let this happen. All the tigers are mine. I am the Tiger King and only I will kill all the tigers. But he can't refuse, he can't say no to the high-rank British officer because our India was ruled by British back then. So he's thinking of a plan. What can he do? The British officer says, you see, I just like to get photographs of myself with the body of a tiger, like I have killed the tiger. So King, if you can kill the tiger, all I need is a picture with the tiger, like I have killed the tiger. I just want to pose with the dead body of a tiger. What do you think? Will the king be okay with this idea? No, the king was not okay with this. The king says, no, I can't let this happen too. So he arranges a meeting. The king and Diwan, they are in a meeting and they're discussing what can they do about it. How can they get rid of this high-rank British officer? So they think of a plan. They order 50 rings, 50 diamond rings from British jewelry house from Kolkata, and they have sent 50 diamond rings to the wife of this high-rank British officer as a part of, we can think as rishwat, we can say, or as these were expensive gifts. And they thought maybe the wife of the British officer, she would keep 2 or 3 rings and she would return 47, she would return the rest of them, but it did not happen. She sent a message. They used to use telegram back in those days. So they received a message saying, thank you for all the gifts. So she kept all the rings, and it costed the king 3 lakh rupees. Now 3 lakh rupees was a huge amount. Okay, back in those days, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 3 lakh rupees was a huge amount. So they received a bill from British Jewelry Company that 3 lakh rupees due, you have to pay this bill. But the king was happy that even though he had to spend 3 lakh rupees, but he was able to survive, he was able to keep his kingdom, because otherwise it would be a big trouble for him. The high-rank British officer could replace him, or could make him leave the throne, could make him leave the kingdom, or he could lose the kingdom, and then his dream, his desire to kill 100 tigers would not be able to fulfill this dream that he had, that he has made up his mind. He wants to do it no matter what. So that's how he gets out of this problem. Okay, so he gets into trouble like this. And then the population of the tigers have gone extinct. Okay, there are 2 terms, extinct species and endangered species. Endangered species are those the number of population have reduced in such a manner that if we do not take care of them, very soon they may disappear, very soon we may not see them anymore, very soon they will not be around anymore. And extinct species are those animals or birds or creatures of God who are not around anymore, like they have gone. For example, dinosaurs and many other extinct species about which you can read later on internet. So they thought the tigers are not around anymore because the king has killed most of them, and most of them maybe ran away because they didn't want to die. So the king has thought, the king is very restless, and one day he says to his Diwan, I want to get married. But before that, there's something funny which is mentioned in your book. A funny conversation took place between the king and the Diwan. Diwan says, I want tiger. The king says, I want tigers. Diwan says, but your majesty, I'm not a tiger. Who would call you a tiger? I know you are not a tiger. And he says, I'm also not a gun. I know you're not a gun. So the king then says, I want to get married, Diwan. And Diwan says, I already have 2 wives. I am sorry, I'll not be able to marry you. And the king says, who wants to marry you? Come on, stop talking nonsense. Find out, prepare a statistics and find out which state has the most number of tigers. Wherever the population of tiger is the highest, I will marry the princess of that state. And they are able to do it. They successfully find out about it, and this tiger king, he marries a princess where the tiger population was the highest. So whenever this tiger king would visit his father-in-law, he would hunt 5 or 6 tigers. In this way, he was able to kill 99 tigers. He was able to kill 99 tigers. One tiger is still left. One tiger to go.